Hey adventurers, welcome to the crew. I'm Sealord Jenda, and this is my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. We've just spent a while exploring the markets of Copperlane in Defiance Bay, sorting out our inventory and so on, and we're now ready to head out and properly explore Defiance Bay and deal with some quests. Alright. Enough screwing around with the merchants. We are going to... Actually, you know what? Let's go over to Pernisk's house and, kill him. Cat. I wish I could interact with these cats. I want to pet them. Ooh, barrel. With a grappling hook. Nice. See, never pay a merchant for a grappling hook when you can just find one randomly in a barrel. Alright. So this guy's wife did specifically request that I'm probably not supposed to kill him. Although, kind of want to kill him anyway, but... Okay, yeah, there's definitely drugs happening in here. Lots of drugs. Yeah. A lot of Svef around. A couple of crude beds have been improvised from an assortment of tattered blankets and pillows. Dribbles of some dark liquid stain the fabric. A lot of mercenaries, too. What is going on here? Someone's peeled the labels from these bottles. They're stuffed with a dark, gunky pulp that gives off a pungent odor. Ooh. The guard holds up a hand as you approach. You can turn right back around. The lower floor's all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Why not? He scowls. Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there, that's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Svef, you're not going to care much where you are anyway. Do we bribe him? That's kind of a substantial bribe, actually. Any chance you look the other way? The cart narrows his eyes, then takes the money. I do like the view over this way. Turns around. Alright, let's see what's up here, I guess. Pots are crusted shut with some unidentifiable gunk. I don't know what we're going to find up here, but I'm curious enough to pay 100 copper for it. Oh, wow, crikey. Wow. He let us up there knowing full well that we were going to have to kill everyone up here. That is not a man who cares all that much for his comrades, apparently. You've got to be the blocker. You endurance. Knock somebody down, maybe. I will start casting. Okay, these mercenaries are not that tough. They had me concerned for a second. Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, there we go. Pretty much massacre them. Well, except for Durance, who almost died again, but
I'm here.
that's just what he does. Oh, look, a pile of... Oh, it's fine weapons now, to be fair. And padded armor, and hats, and 3 gold, and some silver, and copper, and a rusty key.
At once.
Nice. Ooh, and this table has major regeneration potion, book, and 360 copper pans. Okay, well, we're raiding this drug house now, I guess. Deer Customs, 105 silver lucius. Padded armor and 31 golden dude. Well, there's a lot of money in here. It appears as though someone rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. These jars are chipped and cracked as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. to your dialects. Ooh, ah. We can unlock this door with our new key. What's in here? Some kind of addict. Okay. One side of the overturned base is splotched with crimson. Someone's gathered sheets and towels into a makeshift bed. The rumpled fabric is stiff with blood and unwashed sweat. Oh, it wasn't Pernisk downstairs? A man lies, bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises, and blood is splattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please, please, no more. I can't take any more. Not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Barath, you're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernisk. This is my house. You have to help me. Yeah, wasn't there? I didn't even talk to him. I bypassed him because I was just exploring, but there was another Pernisk downstairs in one of the rooms. Surely. An imposter. Some wizard named Nerid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me. Now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svef inside my house. He blinks. This would be a lot easier if you were trying to hide something. Pernisk looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed that money. So you are a Svef dealer? Pernisk winces. Look, I know it's not the best line of work, especially with all that's happened, but it pays well. Very, very well, and, well, people want the stuff, don't they? Hi, Vectats. Thanks for following. So, what did your supplier do? He sent over the wizard, Nerid, the man downstairs. Pernisk shudders. To make up the lost copper, I guess, and hurt me while he was at it. It feels like it's been days. So why should I help you? Because it's the right thing to do, he says. Look, Nerid took all my money, but he still has it. If you kill him, he's bound to have most of it on his person. You can have all of it. Maybe I could talk him into leaving? You don't know him, what he's capable of. You'll see soon enough. Okay, so the guy downstairs is not actually Pernisk, I guess. I'm not sure how much. Well, it makes some difference. I think his marriage might be over anyway. What's up? We're just exploring Defiance Bay, having a good time. There's a lot of mercenaries in here. Well, what, 4, 5? We can probably take 5 mercenaries. Oh, 7. Maybe 8. Okay, it starts to add up a little here, but we could probably still do this. This book of Valian love sonnets is dedication on the first page. To my beloved Kainra. Well, probably still wouldn't have been selling Svef if you really loved her, but what's up, fake Pernisk? The man before you flashes a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. My name's Pernisk, and this, he gestures to the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're in here to do some business. He glances at the nearby guard. Seems like you got a lot of guards, buddy. Pernisk raises his brow. Sure, right. Very perceptive. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele get a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't, and lessons have to be taught. His face shivers with a quick, unreadable emotion. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up in all that, of course. I keep it simple. You have the coin, I have the Svef. You're free to make use of the premises so long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't get to tangling with the other customers. Now, Pernisk claps his hands together. What can I get you? Well, I found the guy you tied up upstairs who was also claiming to be Pernisk for a start. The toothy smile falters. That so? He shakes his head. Say, shame you had to go digging around, friend, 'cause now I can't exactly let you leave, can I? No, probably not. Definitely gonna have to kill him. I was getting tired of pretending to be that sad sack anyhow. His mouth curves into a snarl. Guards? Do I even try to negotiate? He seems like kind of a loser. Let's just kill him. It's not like there's 8 guards or something. What did I count? We'll just hit him with that and Loth. Maybe you cast a bit of that on the doorway. Ader, you hold the doorway. Durance, you go for, you know what? It's a nice priest spell. Cast some consecrated ground. You just shoot that mercenary. You shoot that mercenary also. We need to kill Nerid very, very quickly. And then we need to make sure all the other mercenaries out here don't come pouring through the door. Some of them might not have actually been procced, which is good. Yeah, Nerid just burned to death. Stop! Nerid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Just leave and I'll go peacefully, alright? Yeah, you can go. Oh, that's right, I have a dungeon now. Well. Doesn't really seem like a reformable type, to be honest. Call me a little ruthless. I'm just gonna burn him to death. Yeah. Durance, you're dying over here. Do you have any direct damage spells? You have 1. Roughly. Just go for that on him. Loth, why don't you use magic missile or something? We just need to clear this guy out real quick. I will try not to hit. Ooh. Dog is dead, but I think that's Scotty is much too much in the front line. Ader, could you knock this guy down, perhaps? Durance is getting beaten up. Loth, why don't you use that on him? You know, at this point there's a lot of people in the doorway. Let me hit them with a fireball. Oh, that. Very nice job, Durance. Scotty, can you manage to disengage without getting backstabbed? Great job. Now you can take one of these shots on that one. Ader, you engage there. Just start shooting, so to speak. I'm pretty sure this won't take long. Yeah, not the toughest crew of mercenaries. Really? Had a grimoire. Good at it. Well, just your standard stuff, really. It's good to have options, though. Mace, wand, robe, breastplate, cape, gold, silver. At least for getting enemies that have weapons and armor that are actually worth money. No,
I'm here.
Selected. No, not the mercenaries so much, but something. Oh, right, we read
I'm
that.
here.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess we clear the rest of the house out. Someone's... we read that.
I can do that.
Get in there. What the heck? Just do it.
That's settled.
Oh yeah, that was worth it. That's a lot of gold. Peridot. Found almost exclusively in a pale green color, Peridot's a glassy stone that's easy to find, but difficult to find in specimens of gem-worthy quality. I'm pretty sure we're only stealing from these mercenaries, so I really don't care. Oh, look, one more.
Brave down.
Apparently he didn't get the memo about all of his comrades dying in the hallway directly outside. Probably should have paid more attention. Plate armor is worth like 200 copper, even resale, I'm pretty sure, so... I think we looted everything upstairs. Let me just see if there's anything out front. Oh, and maybe we should go back and talk to Pernisk again, huh? Yeah, probably. I did kill the guy who was imitating him, so... he's free. I mean, he's kind of a bad person still, but, not as bad as we thought. No, I can't talk to him. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. Is it done? Is he dead? Yep, taken care of. Pernisk stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare's finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You've no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kainra. Only, after whatever Nier had put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copperlane. It's the only home she's known. Please don't tell her about the Svef, about what I do. I can make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. Maybe you should trust her to make her own decisions, eh? I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Svef or me if she finds out. Well, I'm gonna give her the complete information. So I'm not gonna throw the ring in his face. Right this moment. We'll go back to the tavern and talk to her. And see if she feels like changing her mind. Fair's fair. Her husband is a drug dealer, but he wasn't the one who beat her, so she deserves to know that, I guess. Alright, where was she? Back in the corner here? Yep. Hey, Kainra. What happened with Pernisk? Did you give him the ring? Well, he was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pernisk also deals Svef. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Pernisk? My Pernisk is a Svef dealer? If I didn't know you for an honest man. She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it, how can I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Well, what am I, your marriage counselor? I feel like whatever I say is just what she's gonna do. Because that's usually how it works in games. Well, he's kind of an idiot. But he hasn't really done anything to her directly. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't per se advise marrying him, considering he is a Svef dealer. I don't know if in good conscience I can advise her to go back to her husband who's secretly a drug dealer. You know, I'm sorry it turned out like this. So am I. Thank you for telling me the truth. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Ooh, what did we get? Unwavering resolve. 2 intellect, 1 resolve. This is an enchanted necklace. This must have cost like 7,000 copper at the merchants, given how much the magical artifacts are worth. Young Talino, Keel, and his father were ambushed by Vithrak whilst on their way to Twin Elms. Before the child even registered the strange arachnids, his father thrust something into his hands and told him to run. As he turned to flee, the creatures blasted him with psionic energy. Talino's mind reeled, nearly overcome by the insidious power. Suddenly, he was pulled back to his immediate surroundings. Half sprinting, half stumbling away from the Vithrak and his stricken father, Talino made it to the edge of town before he collapsed. The town guards were baffled at how the child had withstood the attack. The item his father had given him was an old silver medallion. It was badly worn, and missing its chain and the words, "Do not yield to fear," were barely visible upon its surface. As soon as he came of age, Talino joined the personal guard of a local thane. When he did, he strung it on a thin silver chain and commissioned a priest to enchant the medallion with additional protective wards. Talino went missing years later, whilst on an expedition in the White March. Okay. What? Oh, we've got a quest at our stronghold. 500 to 100 copper in treasure. Expires in 1 day. Needon was a Glanfathan murderer who was notorious for both his brutality and his ability to avoid capture by the tribe's best hunters. When he was finally captured and put to death, his body was buried in a secret place near Cleaban Rilag. Aureo had given the unusual recommendation in the hopes that the young within ruin would capture the killer's soul and prevent it from returning to the wheel. Damn, that's kind of fun. During a recent cleansing celebration, an Orland child stumbled across Needon's grave. Not realizing what she'd found, she told her parents, who guessed what it was, and in turn told other members of the tribe. Within a day, Needon's burial site had been plundered by a few foolhardy Glanfathans, the body carried away for ritual purposes. All that remained was the ring finger from his right hand. The Anamfatha opposed the use of Needon's body for preparing sacred objects and will reward anyone who can return it to them. Yeah, I don't have any interesting lore, but I don't actually have a spare companion, so that's just going to sit and expire. The barracks won't even be done for a day, 10 hours. Alright, so now where to? I guess most likely we go up to that adventurer hall. But we gotta be careful, because I don't think I want to join the Dozens. They seem real xenophobic. And I know that's their headquarters, he said. But it seems like there's probably other people up here, too. Or at least that it's worth checking out. What's this? Go into it. Chicken. What's in here? Don't mind me just breaking into this random house in the middle of the night. Dirty Rigbert. Langdon and... Oh! Right, everyone knows the place. Did I just stumble upon some sort of heist operation? Up the wall and in the window, grab the jewel for the pretty little lord. We got it. Listen, dwarf, if I have to... Langdon, we have company. Greetings, fellows. The dwarf eyes you suspiciously and hides his pistol behind his back. You looking for someone? Because this is not the best. Langdon rounds on the dwarf. Idiot! They're probably with the Crucible Knights. You made a grave mistake coming here. Oh, they're just gonna kill me on sight. Alright, well. I guess we're not joining the heist. I probably would not have, because we're playing pretty good guy here, but I'd have considered it at least, if we were robbing a noble. Okay, well I guess we better get Langdon off of me, so I'll hit him with the book. And then Aloft, maybe you hit him with... Okay, that's a mage, I think? Or no, it's a bowwoman. That looks like a Minotaur with 2 hammers. That's an issue. Okay, you go for that. Durance, why don't you... Radiance, and then... I feel like if you need to heal anybody, it's yourself, but... Why don't you just freeze the Minotaur for a second? So the rest of us can focus on... You know what, Aloth, you and I probably will go for him. Ader, could you knock Langdon down? You aim at Langdon, you aim at Langdon.
Yes?
Why does Sleck like not have a health bar? Does that mean he has a horrifying amount of health? I feel like maybe it does. Okay, also I'm right in the middle of this still. Apparently I didn't even get in with Grimoire. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna be murdered by this Minotaur. We need to not be standing here. Right, you 3 all finish off. Too late for me. I did not save any time recently either. Alright, we gotta try to actually win this. We could restore minor endurance, that'd be great. Ader, are you fighting the Minotaur? Yes. Great. If you 3 could please finish off Langdon. Yes. Okay. Then you... Durance, go after Dirty Big Bird. And everybody probably target the Minotaur. Loth, maybe time to break out something slightly stronger. Oh, overkill maybe.
Let's...
Got an arrow for this one.
Okay, we're fine. It's just me that died. You know, the Crucible Knights didn't send us, but I wonder if we stumbled onto a quest a bit early or something. Rapier, axe, various weapons, regen potion, bloodstone, 320 copper. Ooh, and a letter. Our contact inside Raymont Manor would leave a second-story window ajar. He's confirmed the location of the Heart of the White March in a hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head to Brackenbury before Lord Raymont moves the jewel. A.D. Yeah. We should tell somebody about this, probably. I was honestly thinking maybe I'd just do the heist, but apparently that's not the plan. Long jagged tears sliced across the garden scene in this painting. A few bedrolls and spare tunics are bundled in the corner.
A simple test.
Yeah, sure, do it.
That's settled.
Okay, poleaxe, 160 copper. We're out of lockpicks now, though. Is that the back? Is this a back door? Or... Oh no, there's more to this house. Adra, copper. that's the second copy of that we have for sure. Muddy boot prints and splotches of ale stain the bed sheets. Yeah, not a
Guess we
terrible.
don't have to listen to him anymore.
It's one way to put it, Ader. God damn, he just died in front of you.
How may I help?
Guess we don't have to listen to him anymore. Okay, oh, there's another room. Missed that. Probably trapped. Nope. Dunrid Row. Did I lift the table? Nope. Moonstone and silver. Alright. Well, killed some thieves. Guessing I was maybe supposed to have somebody send me to kill the thieves? Not sure. But they're dead, so... They're a real jumpy lot. Now let's go to the Adventurers Hall and hope there's nothing hostile there, because endurance is not okay, but... Shields have been battered and scarred in long-ago battles. Admeth's Den. Okay, same with those shields. I like decorating with shields. It's a nice touch. Man, there's a lot even just of Copperlane still. This is a big city. Hold on just a second, I'm going to loot this random crate that I just saw and maybe read this guy's soul and then go into the den. Meat. You see a small band of people walking down a rutted road surrounded by a thick forest. This man walks alongside them, chatting and joking like they're lifelong friends. Though his appearance is one of frivolity, his jovial facade is betrayed by the occasional sideways glance into the dense tree line. There's a noise from the trees around them, the sound of someone breaking a twig. The man holds up his hand, silencing the travelers and destroying the light-hearted tone of the evening. They look around, worried expressions on their faces, gathering closer together. The man motions to the group to stay where they are and heads into the trees. There's silence for several seconds as they all strain to hear anything, clutching one another nervously. There's another rustling, this time coming from the direction the man entered the woods. A single figure emerges from the tree line and the group visibly relaxes, seeing him approach. The figure comes close enough for the group to see his face, and one of them lets out a cry of dismay when they realize this is not their friend. No sooner has the sound left his mouth than another group emerges from the woods, weapons drawn, surrounding the travelers. As none of them are armed or in any state to fight, they're quickly subdued, bound, and relieved of their valuables. With a laugh, the bandits disappear back into the woods, leaving their quarry on the road. Safely back inside the forest, they meet up with the man. He smiles, mocking the gullibility of people who will trust a complete stranger as long as he buys them a drink. He takes his share of the spoils and leaves. He set these people up to be robbed, apparently. Fun. He is called the Ingenious. Alright, now into the Admeth's Den Expedition Hall. I don't think we want to take up work for the Dozen, which was apparently the place to go for this, but... Or this was the place to go for that, but there might be other people of
This
interest
looks
here.
like the kind of place we could find allies. For a prize.
Yes, no doubt. Full of all manner of... Oh, hi. Cutscene of sorts. Abandoned lair. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He's flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. Kinda love that 6 is just like the established size of an adventuring party in the land. Bin the Nimble. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bin's giant slayers run things around here and you'll be fine. Never heard of you. His eyes narrow. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there's a reason the giant slayers get the lion's share. Remember that? Wenin, the voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Bin. You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Wenin's right. That coin ain't gonna collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin toward the door. See you around, Pop. Oh, this guy's rude as hell. We're gonna have to kill his adventuring party one day, probably. Okay, so I guess Vanen is the neutral party to see. Daggers mark the locations of various Ongwithan ruins. Notes posted around the map list bets on current expeditions. Big room. Oh, I see. We're shooting arrows back here. Keep your guard up or I'll give you something to guard, damn you. Arrows are for practice in the expedition hall only. Purchase weapons for personal use from Sonil, no exceptions. The outer bands of this target are pocked with countless holes. The edges of these swords have been blunted for practice. Someone scrawled, Commander Cliver, across this dummy in chalk. Alright, guess we don't like Commander Cliver much. Very nice, organized, sort of mercenary place. For Clorin and Clarazema. Okay, they just have souls. You see this Orlan cautiously making his way down a dark stone corridor. His eyes are wide and he's constantly looking over his shoulder, every noise making him jump. He appears dressed for adventuring, but his armor's ill-fitting and his pack refuses to stay on his back. Another sound reaches his ears from behind him and he spins around, peering into the darkness, trying to discern the source of the noise. He stands there for several seconds, holding his breath, staring. When nothing happens, he lets out a relieved sigh and turns to continue walking. His pack slips from his shoulder and cooking implements tumble out, sending a clattering din down the quiet hall. He freezes, listening in the tomb-silent aftermath of the accident. Booming footsteps reach his ears from behind him. He lets out a little squeal and runs away from the approaching creature, clattering through his spilled gear. The footsteps speed up, and the Orlan squeals again, hurrying down the hall. There's a guttural growl close behind him, and he turns to see an ogre emerge from the darkness behind him. The squeal becomes a yell, and he puts his head down and breaks into a run. The ogre steps on the spilled gear and lets out a bellow of pain, breaking stride and looking down at its feet as he continues to hop forward. Panicked, the Orlan hits a tripwire pulled across the corridor without even noticing it there. It knocks his feet out from under him and he tumbles to the floor, rolling a bit before ending up on his back. He lifts his head slightly and looks down the hall. The ogre's regained its stride and is running at him, hand out, intent on grabbing him. Both Orlan and ogre are unaware of the battle axe swinging a deadly arc through the air, accidentally tripped by the Orlan. The axe buries itself in the ogre's face, stopping it in its tracks, hand extended, blood making a trail down its face and dripping to the floor. The Orlan stares wide-eyed as the ogre goes limp, its weight slowly pulling it off the axe with a wet sucking sound. It comes loose and falls, eliciting a final squeal from the Orlan, who scoots backward to avoid getting squashed by the falling ogre's head. After a few moments processing what just happened, the Orlan quickly scrambles over the ogre's body and runs down the hall toward the exit. Okay. Lucky bastard there. Corin. You see 3 human boys walking through a city street, pushing each other and joking with one another. They stop, one of them pointing down the road, and look at each other. This Orlan, though younger and smaller, is the target of her attention. She has a handful of coins that she passes from hand to hand that is moving toward the marketplace. The boys move quickly, working their way around her through the crowd until they form a line in front of her, herding her into a shadowy corner away from the main thoroughfare. The boys taunt her, accusing her of stealing the coins, talking over her protests of innocence. They threaten her, telling her they'll turn her over to the city watch for thievery if she doesn't give them the coins, because they can at least help 3 unfortunates with the money. One of the boys reaches for the coins, but she pulls her hand back. He cuffs the side of her head and grabs her hand, forcing it open, letting the coins drop into his palm. The boys laugh, thanking her for her service, then disappear into the crowd. The Orlan looks around, tears welling in her eyes. She spies a member of the watch and runs over, telling him she was just robbed. The guard is unmoved, informing her that if he helps, she's just going to let it happen again next time. She protests, telling him that it's his job to help. The guard is unmoved and unmoving. She stares at him for quite some time, fury burning behind her small eyes. With Without saying another word, she turns and storms off, her face set with resolution. Cops. Same everywhere. Take it she became an adventurer after that, probably. Correct injustice and all that. Alright, so this is
Don't
probably going
stand
to
on
talk to.
ceremony. State your business.
Tell me about the dozens. Bennett's expression becomes serious, the timbre of his voice deepening. Good men and women, trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Deerwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. At least they remember someone else's roots, pretend to be like them, he means. Ader is really not impressed with these guys. Your roots? The Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Deerwood's freedom 150 years ago, but we're the ones who protected it. Everyone knows the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Waidwen at Avon Deer Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Waidwen wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women. They walked out of Halgoth's citadel and faced down a god. Held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. If it's not Waidwen, it's his damned legacy. It's the damned soul butchers in Brackenbury making things worse on all of us. Probably causing the whole thing one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Deerwood once, we'll do it again. I'm not going to ask him for work, because I don't think I want their quest chain. I'm assuming that these Crucible Knights that they hate so much, maybe we can associate with them. Oh, here's the door. It's like, how do I get to this other part of the... Although maybe I can take jobs for that guy without really, like, locking myself into anything, but I don't want to do it immediately. I don't know. There's definitely at least other options to explore first, I think. Oh, here's Sonhild.
Hail,
It's that
traveler.
other merchant. The other merchant pointed us to. The woman looks up from polishing a dagger. Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? She raises an eyebrow. Or are you betting on one? How long you work here? She leans on the countertop and drums her fingers. Oh, a few years. I got in the minute the last merchant cleared out. She nods towards the main area of the hall. They've got new expeditions venturing out every week, so this is a great place to do business. And the dozens make loyal friends and loyal customers, so long as you stick by them. She taps the counter. The vendor who was here before me, they ran him out when he sold his best helms to a pair of Crucible Knights. I've been careful not to make the same mistake. What about the expeditions? There are groups of adventurers that venture into the wilderness. More than a few of them try their luck scouring the ruins. Most of them come back empty-handed, if they come back at all. Betting on them is almost as risky as actually going. But that's how the expeditions get funded, and every once in a while, one of the adventuring companies will strike it big and make a fortune for their backers. Can I buy something? I'm afraid not. See, the dozens only do business with me, so long as I only do business with them. They're good customers. She jerks her thumb at the door. But if you get on Osric's good side, he can make an exception for you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Okay. Fine. I feel like there's a room here, but I don't see any way to get into it, so... Was Osric out here by the training area? Did we see an Osric? Oh, we did. Hi, Osric.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
Oof, Aidwig. Not doing well here, huh? So, the expedition hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wilds looking for ruins. Mostly, if they come back alive, they split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapons like this lot in front of me who might as well be digging their own graves right now. Got business with me? Yeah, can I buy stuff? She only sells to friends of the dozens. Although, I do have something I need done. Something that requires Glances sidelong at her adventurer, flailing away helplessly at a dummy. Competence? Oh shoot, am I about to take their quest again? Is Venom just expeditions that are neutral and this guy's their real quests? Alright, it probably can't hurt to take the quest.
Was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
I take it they won't just give it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
They actually might, but he's too proud to ask. I see. So why'd you get
don't
kicked out?
choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Rough. Alright. Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea.
It's a
the armor.
breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Okay, I'll see what
Then
I
it's
can do.
Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
He leans in closer. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's gift right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunrid Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drink's on me.
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunrid Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Oh, that's interesting, to be fair. Scunny scratches the back of her neck. If generations of Masuk's traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. Okay, so can I hire people here, I take it? Wow, insulting. Yes, I can, but I don't need or want to. Well, in that case, as long as I've taken this guy's quest, does Vanen have any work?
Go see Osric.
Oh.
He's usually got something. You do what?
Alright, fair enough.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handled the...
Okay, so it's just do this to get yourself in with them. I don't think I want to get myself in with them, though. They seem... Well, let's talk to these... I assume it's got to be the Crucible Knights. Let's talk to them, find out if they're, you know, as bad as the doesn't say, or if they're actually maybe the less xenophobic group in town. Thanks for watching, adventurers. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, adventurers. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.